ask you this. All right, so we could be critical. What do you think we need to focus on from a communal standpoint to kind of make sure you're not being cast in the light as just being critical about the community? How can, maybe where you see some progress and where we need to kind of accelerate your progress and how we would do that?
I mean, that can come from basically home, because I mean, how many people growing up in, one parent homes? So I mean, that's just, that could start there. Mm-hmm. But how to fix that, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I grew up in a one parent home. But I mean, I lived with my mom, but my dad was in my life. So I mean, I had both of my parents.
Right.
But not knocking nothing that my mom did, but my mom really didn't show me like how to spend money. Mm-hmm. So she, told me stuff here and there, but I mean, I still mess up with money once in a while. I mean, a lot. Mm-hmm. But how do you fix that? I don't know. Mm-hmm. So to like, where you think we should start? I don't have the answer.
But if when did you realize that you were messing up money?
Still mess up money now.
No. When you first got out on your own, how long did it take you to realize like I'm messing up my money? I'm telling you, because think about when you hit the street on your own, and your parents don't really give you no information on how to navigate the world, you just living life the way you think it is. So when did you realize, damn, I'm doing this wrong, I need to go get some information?
Last month.
You get my point?
I get your point, but I can't really
that's
say
why
like
I say you can't be critical on people for not coming to get the information if they don't know they're doing something wrong.
Right.
He said that earlier.
You know what I mean? Like when I got my first apartment, right? I was 17, bro. I was 17. I had a car payment, and I didn't know nothing about anything. I just had to move. I got a place, and then I didn't even know what day of the month the rent was due. You know what I mean? I didn't know like if I paid, like I paid the security deposit. I was like, well, does it start 30 days from that day, or 30? Like, does that count for next month? Like, I didn't know nothing. And then once I figured it out, I'm like, damn, I gotta work more. I started working more. Then that's what makes you become interested in. All right, I gotta start growing up. I gotta be mature in that. But if you're living in a house, with your parents, or with a boyfriend or girlfriend or something, and you don't really know, if you don't have any bills, you don't have any kids, then what will make you want to be responsible? That's why I think you can't be critical. Like, everybody is at their own pace in life, and nobody's giving black people information.
Nah, coming at my people, man. Are you in this community, like out and doing stuff for the community?
No, I'm not.
That's another thing.
No, but I don't want to say I wouldn't. See, like if somebody, huh?
I didn't know you was gonna say no. You were. I thought you do stuff. You don't do nothing.
Like what?
I don't do anything. I don't know.
No, I don't.
Why not?
So, that's another thing. So you can't get mad. If you want people to come out, we could put that footwork and groundwork in.
No, I'm not like a broadcaster.
Yeah. So you
not
can't get mad.
Broadcasting, but do you like what? Like, you don't have to tell people you do it, but like, do you do anything? Like, you give charity, you
Coach rec basketball.
Nah.
you talk to kids.
I don't.
How can you get mad at the people that you don't even deal with?
Yo, why do y'all keep saying I got mad? Look, this was my.
You said you got mad. You said you was mad. It wasn't enough people here.
Yeah.
Right.
So why is it? What my question was? Why is it like that? And I said that was my question.
You said why wasn't there more people here?
Yes. My question, not so.
Just because he put the flyer out. He may put the flyer. I may put the flyer out. Our people, or some of the people that we put the flyer out here, come. Would you repost it? Put the flyer out?
No.
Well, real talk though. To be fair, I put it up on my social media. Nobody I knew came.
Bro, I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I had people. I had 10, 12 shares when I put it up on Facebook.
If I put it up. But nobody's gonna, nobody's gonna pay attention to me because they don't see what I'm doing. Like nobody, like I'm just like a small little person trying to navigate
That's
life
small,
just like
that's
everybody else. I don't put it this way. I don't have any influence. I don't have kids. Nope. Literally, if anybody that knows me just knows that I joke around a lot.
You go to the gym, right? Don't go to the gym?
Yeah,
You
but
talk to people in the gym, right?
yeah,
That's influence.
nah.
No, this is a good conversation now. Now we're gonna get into it.
It's
I want to
influence.
know. I want to know, right?
That's not influence. You got you.
No, I don't have any influence.
look,
Because I'm-
No, you go to the gym, you work out. You know people. You're a popular young man. You know a couple people, right?
yeah,
You know a lot of people.
I don't know a lot of people. No, I don't.
You do.
So, alright, so listen, he shared it, nobody came from him. I shared it, nobody came from me. He shared it, people came from him. You didn't share it, so you can't get mad at the people that came or didn't come because you didn't ever share the post.
No, this is what
He
I.
wasn't mad that he wasn't mad that his people didn't come. I wasn't mad that my people didn't come.
Well, man, I'm
He's
mad.
mad.
I'm not mad that my people didn't come. Would I have liked to see?
Right, you would like to
more
see them come in,
people?
yeah.
Absolutely.
But-
Am I going to work on trying to figure out a way to get more people to come out to these events? Absolutely. But I think he kind of basically just answered his own question, which is what we already said, right? You said, why wasn't there more people here? And you're saying that you're not a person of influence, right? The people who were here aren't necessarily people of influence, at least not yet.
You don't even have kids, right? So no kids. So and you're from Pleasantville. You graduated from Pleasantville. You live in Pleasantville. Why don't you do anything in the community?
Honestly, I never found where I can fit in because I just don't know. Like, not that I don't want nobody thinking like I hate like anything. But I don't know where I would fit in. Like somebody can easily say, "Why don't you go coach?"
No, I don't blame you for not wanting to be bothered with that.
Huh?
I don't blame you for not wanting to be bothered with it. That shit is hard.
No, I mean, I just said coach because that was just the first thing that came to my mind. But like, I'm gonna just show up and say, anybody need help? Like I don't know where or what, like how I fit in there.
All right, so
But if somebody was to ask me, like, with most people, I don't know if you know Stacey Hamilton. Shit. All right, remember Ms. Lakins? Her dad hired Stacey. Stacey asked me to tutor kids at Mount Zion. This was a while ago, and I did that. But it just,
Why
eventually,
don't keep doing it?
because that fell apart, and then she was just like,
Why
all right,
don't
well,
do it?
because I don't know how. Like,
Hey.
nobody asked me. Like if you
So people
asked,
ask her, you ask
no, that did. I mean, it just fizzled away. So it was just like, all right.
But you let it fizzle away. That's what.
No, I didn't let it fizzle
No,
away.
no,
It
with
fizzled.
tutoring like with computers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do that because you're proficient in that.
Okay, I wouldn't mind doing
Teach
that.
kids how to network computers and stuff.
But I wouldn't mind. Like I don't want y'all thinking like, oh, this nigga don't do shit. He live here. Like
No, I'm not saying
I've never been
that.
asked. I've never
I
been
just
asked.
want to know
I'm
why.
saying.
well, I think actually what he get, I think the point he hitting on is it almost relates to the event we talking about, right? Why didn't more people come out? Well, why aren't you doing more in the community? What you're saying is because you don't know, but kind of going back to the event, those people don't know. You don't know what you don't know. The problem is people need to figure out what they don't know. The person who knows what they don't know is going to get ahead because they're going to look for the information.
You don't have to find a charity or nothing to go work in the community. You can take a kid from the high, and you know kids from the high, right?
No,
You do.
don't.
Bro, you have friends that we all grew up with that you probably graduated that have kids that are in high school. Right? Yeah, you take a kid, check it out. You take a kid, you do something simple as this. Come to the gym with me every day. You go to the gym every single day. Right? Take the kid to the gym. While y'all working out, as he gets familiar with you and y'all get cool, now you start kicking shit in his ear. About savings, about programming, about women, whatever. That's bro, I only know shit I know from Daryl beating me down with it every day in the barbershop. And I used to hate him for doing that shit. Like, man, I don't want to hear that bullshit. But when I get older now, I need that bullshit.
Yeah.
Now, not saying that I wouldn't do that because I don't mind doing that, but
Speak a kid.
like I said, I wouldn't mind doing that. Maybe my awareness wasn't there or whatever. Somebody, like I said, somebody had to ask me to tutor. Like I wasn't just going to say like, hey, I would like to tutor because I don't know. Like the only thing I know, I just know computers, so I don't know like anything else. So I wouldn't mind doing some computers or the gym with somebody. But of course, beating something in somebody's head, especially like, I mean, you're saying this while you're doing it, but they still got to go home. Just like you said, you don't want to hear. So hopefully they're getting it from home too.
They're not getting it from home.
Yeah, well, what he's kind of talking about, I kind of deal with even as a basketball coach, right? So I'm coaching basketball. We get these kids for 6 hours a day. I do some substitute teaching, so I'm in the building. But you really only get to interact with the kid for a few minutes. Like outside of basketball season, you only really get to interact with them maybe a few minutes out the day. Maybe some kids you won't see the whole day on certain days. But they go home, and then it's a whole different thing. So I'm trying to mentor this kid. I'm trying to talk to this kid. But then when he gets home, it's different. So what we try to emphasize as a program as a whole is getting to the parent too. You know what I mean? You got to get to the parent. So now there's a level of accountability on both ends. And so like if, you know what I'm saying, if, you know, one of my JV players is not at practice, but, you know, we got this app where you can see the schedule. The parents can see it, the kids can see it, right? The parent might look in the app and be like, hold on, why you ain't at practice? You know what I mean? They got the information like, hold on, it say here you supposed to be at practice, why you ain't at practice? Or, you know, so that type of thing. So you definitely got to get to the parent. And I think the frustration is like the problem seems so big. It seemed like, how can, like, what the little bit I do, is it really going to make the difference that I really wanted to make? Like, no one person, like you talk about the groups, you got to get the groups that are working in concert, because no one person going to be able to wrap their arms around the whole situation. Yeah. And it's uncomfortable, you know, you got to have some uncomfortable